Good morning, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be there this morning for our presentation. However, I did not want to leave my partner Hua hanging, so I made this video in hopes that it would help out a bit. Today, Hua and I will be discussing Chapter 7 in our Creswell book, titled Research Questions and Hypotheses. Specifically, this chapter focuses on the following three items: qualitative research questions, quantitative research questions and hypotheses, and mixed methods research questions and hypotheses. I'll get us started out here with qualitative research questions. One important fact that separates qualitative research questions from the other two is that qualitative researchers pose actual research questions, not objectives and not hypotheses. These are reserved for the other two types. The two main types of qualitative research questions are the following. Firstly, the central question, which is more of a broad question asking for the exploration of something. And then secondly, supporting sub-questions, which tend to narrow the focus. When writing qualitative research questions, some points to keep in mind are the following. Generally stick with no more than 2 main questions and roughly 5 to 7 sub-questions. A good rule of thumb is to have a total of around 12 questions. Begin the questions using words like what or how, so that the question conveys a type of open design. Focus on one single concept, and use exploratory verbs as non-directional, such as affect, influence, impact, determine, cause, relate. Specify the participants and the research site. Our book gives us 2 great examples of qualitative research questions, one ethnography-based and one case study-based. Question 1. How do early adolescent females read literature that falls outside the realm of fiction? This is a really good question because it began with the word how and focused on a single concept, literature or teen magazines. It also pointed out the participants, adolescent females. Question 2 is actually 3 questions. How do women in psychology doctoral programs describe their decision to return to school? How do women in a psychology doctoral program describe their reentry experiences? And how does returning to graduate school change these women's lives? These are all really good questions, qualitative questions, because they all began with the word how. They used the open-ended verb describe. They focused on 3 different aspects of the experience: returning to school, re-entering, and changing. And they also mentioned the participants, women in a doctoral program at a Midwestern research university. And now I'm going to pass the presentation on to Hua, who's going to start us out with quantitative.